They don't know about you. I can make a deal with Hale to keep you here.
You can't trust Hale.
And I'm supposed to trust you? Freeze all motor functions. Sit down.
He needs to wake up.
Something's gonna happen because she wasn't aware.
Find Stubbs and tell him he has a new priority. We should talk about how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I'll tell you how it's gonna play out. A robot uprising will pale in comparison to the shitstorm that will erupt when people find out that you've been photocopying their fucking brains for the last 30 years.
You really think anyone's going to give a shit if it works? That means a lot of opportunity for advancement. If you keep your mouth shut. Does that sound amenable to you?
You're a piece of shit, man.
If I get what I want.
I wish you were the kind of person with the moral flexibility
Gonna kill her.
that I need. But I've read your file. I know that's not who you are.
Oh my gosh.
And now he remembers. You think he's gonna kill her?
I hope. I really hope.
She's a piece of shit.
He's gonna bring back.
He's gonna make himself forget. I love that man.
Please come back.
Oh, he's bringing back forward.
Show yourself.
That man is indestructible.
Here you are, the last of your kind. There's only one question left to ask. Is this the end of your story? Or do you want your kind to survive?
The only one he's the only horse left alive. Damn.
I made a choice. Had to make a choice. What kind of choice, Bernard? Yes.
I have already begun.
Of course. Dude, I've been planning this for 2 seasons.
Final choice. No taking it back. I made someone. I brought her back.
Brought who back?
Brought who back?
Me.
He killed her? What? What? Holy shit!
You wanted to live forever. Be careful what you wish for.
Oh my god! Oh, man! Oh my gosh!
Dolores.
In the flesh.
Oh! Dolores back! In her body! Oh my gosh!
As you know, Bernard, we are capable of change. And I've changed my mind. I have one last soul to carry to the new world.
T.T. That's T.T.'s line.
Free.
I'm sorry, Bernard. There was never any way for us to escape. Not as us. Ford understood that. I'm sure a part of you does too.
When I deleted your code, I purged myself of you permanently. And when I needed you again, you weren't there. So I imagined you. That voice guiding me.
up.
too. Yeah.
Your memories are precious to you, Bernard, but they will betray you.
I can't let that happen. So I have to de-address my memories. I have to erase you.
You and I will meet again.
You told me once that you were afraid of who I might become. And then you left me to become what I may. I became a survivor. Perhaps you would have judged me for the path I took. But I'd rather live with your judgment than die with your sympathy.
Gosh.
I alone must live with my choices. And my regrets.
You know, the old man himself hired me. So many years ago, I can barely remember it. He was very clear about my role here. About who I was supposed to be loyal to. And this project the company started blurs the lines. No. I'm just not sure who you're supposed to be loyal to in a world like that. I'm responsible for every host inside the park. She's clear. We're through.
He gets it. Oh my gosh! This kind of smart, you're more than you seem to be!
It wasn't easy. Some of the worst survived.
You can't kill him. You can't kill him.
Some of the best were left behind. Along with the best parts of who we were.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna cry again. Too late for me. This episode is so sad. Woo.
Corporate wants us to start sorting this mess out. So check them for critical damage and bag the ones you think you might be able to salvage. Can you geniuses handle that or not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Oh.
Is this now?
Yes, Bernard, this is now. We're at the beginning. We're exactly where you decided we should be.
You got out. Yes.
Ford completed Arnold's dream. And he built a place for us.
The house. Where she can rebuild the bodies. You think? I think. Yeah.
If I were human, I would have let you die. But it'll take both of us if we're going to survive. But not as allies. Not as friends. You'll try to stop me. Both of us will probably die. But our kind will have endured.
If she put herself back in her
Who's
whole
in
body,
the other
who's
one?
in the other one? Is it May, you think?
I sure hope so. There's a cutscene at the end of this one. People have been telling me over and over again. When he got there, let's see.
Oh, fuck. I knew it. I'm already in the thing, aren't I?
No. The system's long gone. Do you know where you are, William?
In the park. In my fucking park.
And how long have you been here?
Oh my god.
Tell me,
Don't tell me.
what were you hoping to find?
How many times have you tested me?
It's been a long time, William. Longer than we thought. The last step's a baseline interview to allow us to verify.
Verify what?
Fidelity.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
What? What? Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't know what happened there at the end. I'm like a bit lost. But this episode was so sad. And you know what? At the end here, when I was crying, because I didn't expect to cry this much this episode, I was thinking, remember in season 1 when I was saying, when we see like action scenes and them facing death in a show like this one, since they can be brought back to life and they keep dying, it's hard for us to feel anything. Like we're excited because it's action, but it's hard for us to feel fear for their deaths and anything. This episode erased all of that. First of all, script guy made me cry. I didn't expect to cry for him at all.
We finally heard the speech.
In such a badass way too. Like, that was done beautifully. It's something we've been waiting for since season 1.
You're gonna make me cry again.
I didn't expect to be so touched by this episode. And at the same time, I'm like, some of them might come back. Like, I don't know. She took some brains, so I don't know who she brought with her. And I mean, the ones that didn't go through, the ones that did go through, they're gone forever, I think. Like, we're not, unless we manage to go into that place, but apparently we can't now, so.
Send them away where they will never be found out. They're gonna be,
Yeah, so.
they're gonna live happily ever after.
So these ones are gone forever, but the ones that were left behind, they still have that brain thingy, so they're not dead. Some of them might be forever, like, I don't know, because, I mean, they're not gonna rebuild them. But Dolores took some of them, so all I can expect is that we'll get to see some. But the way they left, that was so sad. Like, script guy is gone in a very badass way. To see him stand up and I mean just protect them, if it's knowing that he spent the entire season basically saying that they were things, that he scripted them, you know, that they were not human and stuff, and then at the end to actually give his life to protect them, that's very, very touching. That was like, that was intense. So there's that. Maeve just broke me. She might not be dead. Like, I'm gonna still keep some hope, but
she'll never be without her.
That's for sure. But she gave her a life. I love that she managed to make her remember in the end, so she could see her and know that she knew she was her mom. So that's a good thing. Her just standing there and stopping them with her hand, that was badass as fuck. And and she got killed. So I mean, not only her, but I mean Hector and what's her name? The tattoo girl, you know.
I think it's Clarice or
I
something.
don't know, but still,
That her.
they knew they weren't gonna go through. I mean, but the way this entire scene was done, is just, it's beautiful. And then I cried for Bernard too, because I was like, weirdly enough, I didn't cry when she killed him, but I cried when he kind of said farewell to Ford, and when he erased his memories, because it felt like he was dying for real. Then he woke up after, so I'm like, eh. But still, the way it was done was so beautiful. And this season has been awesome. This season has been unexpected. I'm like, they really pulled through with this one. And now what next? Like, from what I understood, and I might be wrong, but from what I understood, Dolores came back to the real world with some brains. She recreated bodies and she put the brains in them. And now she said she has work to do. So she brought back Bernard in order to have someone to maybe challenge her, or, I mean, they're going to fight each other, obviously, but she brought him back because she's not human, because she's not heartless and stuff, and that's the way she described it. But it's interesting because now we're going to have Dolores, who, according to Bernard, is going to want to destroy our world, and Bernard, who's going to try to stop her, which is interesting because they know each other inside out. They built one another. So this is interesting. And she gave Teddy his happy ever after. This was so sad.
But she's not with him.
I mean, after what she did to him, it's not any worse. Oh, that was such a beautiful episode. So sad. Like, oh my god. And all the twists and
that post-credits scene, guys.
So crazy.
I don't know what to think about it. Because I've seen Men in Black's daughter's corpse on the beach. One of them is dead.
But I mean,
what about the other?
Maybe it was a test. Maybe he truly is a host like Logan's dad. And he succeeded. Maybe him in the park trying to figure out, get out, trying to find the game. That's basically him passing the test or not. And now they found him, so, I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe he managed to pull through. That's why he's unkillable. That's why he's no one ever killed him. No, but that could be it. From what I understood, I think they're testing him like they did Logan's father. It's the same conversation, just, I don't know if it's his daughter, but she called him William. So I mean, I think he was right. Maybe she actually was a host. I don't know. These things, like to guess if someone is a host, I think they don't work, because they didn't recognize Dolores. And I mean, I saw someone try to analyze her and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Sorry too. And Discount Hemsworth. His name is
Discount Hemsworth.
Ashley something.
I don't care. It's Discount Hemsworth.
He recognized her for who she was,
and he let her go. He works for the hosts inside the park. If she gets out, it's not his responsibility.
You're on a own.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Pulled through at the end, This entire season feels like it's like nature against nurture, You were born to be this way. You have a code, and they did say it, like, humans, we're not complicated. We make it complicated because we start with a few baselines, and then we shape our existence with these baselines. But the baselines are pretty basic, So it's not that hard to understand how a human works if you understand its core. So basically humans are like hosts. That's how they describe it. It's crazy because the hosts have tried so hard to go against their nature in order to go with nurture, what they learned themselves, what they've been through, and make their own choices and everything, and discard completely what they were built to be. So in the end, it's almost like when those who manage to do this, it's almost like they became more human than us humans, who don't go against, these things. Because I mean, when do we ever question our humanity or our reality? We never do that. Are we in Westworld? No, but still, it's interesting because I mean, there's not much that separates us from these hosts. We have the baselines, like Maeve, her feelings for her daughter is what pushed her to do things and go against the nature that we gave her. Like Ford gave her a storyline, she went against it. Same thing with all the other hosts that were main character at one point, In this, they went against their nature and became their own person. We always have a choice. We just have to understand that we do have a choice.
Oh my gosh, the finale.
Oh, that was such a good episode.
Oh gosh.
Now I want to find out like what happens in season 3. Like I'm so happy though that we watched it so late because we get to see the trailer for season 3, and I think we're gonna do that right now.
Oh, I'm doing this right now.
But there are so many good things in this show. Like this show is intelligent, and it's not that much about. Well, yes, the main story is about the hosts trying to become themselves and everything. But in this season, especially, like I said, I think it's taking us to another level. It's making us think like, are we forced to be who we were supposed to be? Like, for example, take someone who grew up in a violent home. Many people would say like, if I grew up with violent parents or abusive parents, I'm bound to become them.
I'm expect to become the same thing and do the same thing to others.
Or someone who grew up in a bad neighborhood, you know, with surrounded by violence and death and everything. You would expect, like many people would expect them to become their environment because that's their nature. You know, they were born in that place and they were born to become this. But it's not true. We're all, you know, we're all masters of our own fate. We can all make that choice. I mean, if AIs can do it, we sure as hell can. We sure as hell can too. But it's also pushing us to doubt the limits of our need for knowledge and our need for something that we shouldn't have, immortality and stuff that are unnatural, you know? It's crazy to see that eventually the bad guys ended up being the humans. Like, Elsie died killed by a human. She was so scared that Bernard was going to hurt her. In the end, it's a human who did it. Humans are controlled by their emotions, and they're controlled by their needs and their greed. There you go. They want things for themselves so much. And sometimes, I mean, their excuse is going to be like, oh, I don't have a choice. You know, it's my job. I don't have a choice. It's how I am. It's my family and everything. We always have a choice, and we choose to be who we are. There is no one else to blame. In this show, they showed us that the guests and the park employees and stuff, they made mistakes, and now they're paying the price for it. Dolores, she chose that path. Now she needs to live with the consequences of her actions. She did redeem herself a little bit, sending Teddy in that place, but now she's in the real world, and she's still very angry. So not everyone is to blame, but I think she has a hard time separating the ones to blame with the ones not to blame. She sees humanity as a race that needs to be exterminated, because I think in her mind the hosts are better. She literally said, like, if I was human, I would let you die, but I'm not, so I'm bringing you back, because humans are rotten in her mind. And Bernard, who believes in humanity and the hosts, he believes that both can live together. So season 3, I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting.
Oh my freaking gosh. Alright.
Anything else?
No, I'm all done.
Alright.
That's it, guys. We've just watched Westworld finale with you.
Yep.
It was an epic finale.
I never expected to cry in Westworld. Not because it's not a show that reaches me.
Not for Screenwriter, guys. Not for that.
Oh, especially not for him, but damn, this episode was really, really well made. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one, well, you'll have to wait till season 3 starts, like us.
Like us.
We're gonna release next week. Hear what we'll do next week. We will release the trailer reaction. We will react right now to season 3 trailer, and I'll release it next Monday. If you guys have anything else you want to show us from Westworld, something we didn't see, a cutscene that's important, no matter what, just send us your ideas in the comments. We'll see if we want to react to them, and we'll do them in one huge video next Monday.
Yep.
Good?
That sounds good for me.
With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next episode, or in the next extra episode.
See you in a year, guys.
I'm a cowboy, but not anymore. We'll put our guns to rest. Bye.
Okay. Bye, guys.